Greetings, everyone. Thomas here with the weekly prophecy for November 24th, 2024. And about 4 years ago, I got a DUI. Don't judge me. I was in a bad place, made some dumb decisions, and I got busted. I got a DUI. And so my insurance right now, I pay about $258 a month, I think, just for liability. It's very high liability, but that'll be over soon, thankfully. But this morning, I've been asking the Lord for a few days for a word for this coming week. And very clearly, he's put it in my heart to do this, to start releasing his heart again to people. But very, very clearly heard the word coverage. And when I heard the word coverage, I saw different people and situations in my life that are being affected and are going to be affected as I make changes that I need to make. There are things that I'm being led to do in my life right now, and it's going to be a huge repositioning in a lot of different ways, and it's going to affect people. And obviously, because I care about people and I care about some of these situations that I'm going to be kind of leaving in the lurch in my mind. Um, I understood, like, God saying, you know what, there's coverage for you. And I'm hearing a lot of people talk about how, like they're being led to move or leave a job or a relationship or make any number of changes. And I know there's a lot of fear, like we don't want to hurt people. We don't want to be hurt. We don't want to put people in a spot, put a business or a partnership in a bad spot. But at the same time, we're being led to do what we're being led to do. And in the process of that, like, it's very difficult. And God is saying to us, there's coverage. Everyone is covered. You have full coverage. It's completely taken care of. It's not something that you need to worry about. You say, well, if it's covered, then will everything work out? The answer is always yes. The caveat to that is things working out for the very best isn't always the way we think it should be. We think that I got to spend some time with a friend last night, actually, that I haven't seen in a few years. And I remember speaking to her years ago about her business. And I remember telling her, it's going to work out. What you want to work out will work out, but the way is going to be different. And what you're doing now is going to die. But in the process of its death, you're going to get new perspective. And sure enough, she's in a completely new spot. She's doing really well for herself and very, very happy for her. And it always works out, but that doesn't mean there won't be difficulty. But here's the thing, the difficulty is where the growth comes from. It's in taking those steps, making those bold moves, that the boldness and the power creates an energy and empowers the Spirit of God to move through all of the situations that we are aware of and many that we're not aware of, and actually work things out for the very best possible good. Okay. And also the emotional aspect of things. Like, there's a lot of healing taking place right now. There's a lot of stubbornness, a lot of pride, a lot of iniquity built up over years and generations, even, that we have been many of us have been very reticent to let go of. Say, you know what, I'm done with this. I'm done with this. I'm going to treat this like an enemy now. I'm going to treat it for the enemy that it is. And I'm going to take my energy and my focus away from it. I'm going to turn my heart into the direction of my higher self, allowing my actual self to rise to the surface and live that life that I was ordained to live, what I literally at conception in the womb knew that I would be and do. For us as a people, it's such a cool time right now because God is saying, listen, it's all covered. Everything's taken care of. And in your emotional healing, in your personal, internal working that is taking place right now, God wants you to know that it is covered. You are being shown things about you, not so that you can get upset about them and not so that you can feel ashamed or angry, but you are being shown these things about yourself, my friend, so that you can partner with that divine love and intelligence and allow yourself to let go. I don't need this anymore. I don't have to have this anymore. I don't have to be like this anymore. And going through a process of really allowing ourselves to be cleaned up. Many of the people that will see this video, you have tripped yourself up again and again and again over the years, and you're probably seeing it in the very clear way that you're seeing it now for the first time in your life. Seeing that you are the issue, that you are the one that must be transformed, not into something new, but into the truth of what you have always been. Taking you back to the roots, to the foundation of your actual self, that extension of the corporate consciousness that magnifies the goodness of God and causes the world to be transformed because of the light that is shining through us. Listen, it's all covered. there's no guilt, there's no finger pointing, there's no condemnation. And I'm not saying that in the situations perhaps there won't be that. And I'm also not saying that you personally, internally, will not go through that, because oftentimes we do. We beat up on ourselves, we get upset. It's covered. It's covered. Don't stop. Just partner with it, surrender, yield, and above all, be honest. This is a great time for us to be very honest with ourselves and with others, to speak the truth as we know it to be, without allowing ourselves to be um, more injurious to ourselves and others than we have been in the past. It's all covered. We have full coverage. It's all taken care of. And all we must do in this season that we're in right now is be honest and surrender, and be willing to let go of and to take steps to speak to whatever it is, however you're being led. It's such a crucial time, such a beautiful time. And the cool thing about it is that while it is going to get colder, don't misunderstand me, the difficulties must intensify in many situations to cause those situations to finally come to an end in order for us to grow. And this winter time, it's interesting to me. Normally, this is it's going to be different than nature. It's going to be a time to thrive, and it is, but it's going to be through a colder, more shut down time for very many of us to stop and to contemplate and become aware of what it is in us that must be removed, so that the actual self that we truly are, that higher, dimensionally higher self that we are, can live the life of our dreams. It's all covered. It's all taken care of. Surrender, be honest, allow the truth to be revealed to you in every way that it possibly can. If you'd like your own personal recorded prophecy, I encourage you to click the link in the description below, and I'll get back to you with that as soon as I can. Also, if you're facing life situations right now and you're not really 100% what to do, be happy to get on the phone with you and talk to you. You can also request that. But above all, let's get in the comments below and encourage each other and help each other. We, many of us don't have people that we can actually talk to and share our journey with. This is a great place to do it. And I'd love to hear from you down there. I'll communicate back with you. You have a great week. Until next time, my friends, be blessed.